Hello everyone, I am Trupti Pandya and today I will be teaching you Element of Account Standard 12 Part 2 Chapter 3 Company Account. In previous lecture from exercise we already completed up to question number 7. Today let us start question number 8. Let us start the question number 8 from exercise. Following balance is taken from the books of Patel Limited. Prepare statement of profit and loss for the year ending 31st March 2017 as per Schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013. Sales of scrap 10,500. Second, cost of material consumed 1,87,500. Third one, salary 78,000. Fourth one, interest paid 9,000. Fifth one, sales 3,81,000. Sixth one, change in stock of finished goods 12,000. Seventh one, office and administration expenses 15,600. Eighth one, depreciation 84,000. Ninth one, provision for tax on profit is 30%. This is the question part. Now, answer. Statement of profit and loss for the year ended on 31st March 2017. First of all, particular, not number, amount rupees and amount rupees. This type 4 columns are there. Now first, revenue from operation 3,81,000. Second, other income, sales of a scrap 10,500. 3,81,000 plus 10,500. Here we have to write 3,91,500. And this is the total revenue plus 1 and 2. Then we get 3,91,500 total revenue. Now fourth column, expenses. Here we have to write all the expenses. Cost of material consumed 1,87,500. Change in stock of finished goods 12,000. Employee benefit expenses means salary 78,000. Finance cost, interest paid 9,000. Depreciation 84,000. Other expenses, office and administrative expense 15,600. Total of all these expenses is 3,86,100. It is a total expense. Now fifth one, profit before tax 3 minus 4 means 3,91,500 minus 3,86,100. Then profit before tax 5,400. Now sixth one, provision for tax 30% of profit means 5,400 into 30 upon all 100. Then we get 1,620. Now 5,400 minus 1,620. Then we get 3,780. And it is seventh one, profit after tax 5 minus 6. Then we get 3,780. So this way our question number 8 is over. Now question number 9. Question 9. The following is the balance sheet of KUR Limited as on 31st March 2017. Particular, debit rupees, credit rupees. First it is given equity share capital, credit balance 2,40,000. Office and sales expenses, debit balance 24,000 because it is a expense. Capital always credit, expense always debit. Purchase also debit. Purchase 4,26,000. 10% debenture 1,20,000 credit balance. Sales also credit 9,60,000. Software, it is a expense 1,20,000 debit balance. Wages expense debit 24,000. Debenture interest 12,000, it is also expense. Salary 3 lakh, it is also expense. Bank overdraft 14,400 credit balance. Land and building, it is a asset, debit balance 2,28,000. Opening stock 36,000. Discount received 15,600. Debtors 1,80,000. So debit and credit column total is 13,50,000. Now here below some other information is given. Other information first, closing stock rupees 42,000. Second, make provision for tax at a 50% of a net profit. From the above information, prepare final account of the company for the year ending on 31st March 2017 as per Schedule 3 of Company Act 2013. Notes to the accounts are not required. Now answer part. Statement of profit and loss of KUR Limited for the year ended on 31st March 2017. Particular note number, amount rupees and amount rupees. These 4 columns are necessary. First, revenue from operation means sales 9,60,000. Second, other incomes discount received 15,600. 9,60,000 plus 15,600, 9,75,600. It is the total revenue, first plus second. Then we get the third column. Now fourth one, expenses. Purchase 4,26,000. Change in stock of finished goods. Opening stock 36,000 minus closing stock 42,000. 42,000 minus 36,000 is not, 36,000 minus 42,000 is not possible. So we get the answer in minus. We keep the amount in a bracket, it means it is a minus amount. So 36,000 minus 42,000, then we get minus 6,000. Employee benefit expense, salary plus wages 3,24,000. Salary 3 lakh and wages 24,000. So 3,24,000. Finance cost, debenture interest 12,000. Depreciation is not given. Other expenses, office and sales expense 24,000. Now, total of all the expenses, total expense 7,80,000. Now, 9,75,600 minus 7,80,000. Then we get the fifth column, profit before tax 3 minus 4. Then we get 1,95,600. Sixth one, provision for tax 50% of net profit means 1,95,600 multiplied by 50%. So 97,800. Sixth one, provision for tax 50% net profit 97,800. And 1,95,600 minus 97,800, then we get 97,800. Profit after tax, fifth minus sixth, transferred to balance sheet. Now we prepare the balance sheet. Balance sheet of KUR Limited as on 31st March 2017. First, equity and liability. First one, shareholders fund. A, share capital, equity share capital 2,40,000. B, reserve and surplus, net profit 97,800. 2,40,000 plus 97,800. Then we get 3,37,800. Second one, non-current liability. A, long-term borrowing 10% debenture 1,20,000. Outer column also 1,20,000. Third one, current liability. A, short-term borrowing, bank overdraft 14,400. B, short-term provision for tax 97,800. 1,12,200. 14,400 plus 97,800. Then outer column we write 1,12,200. Now shareholders fund, non-current liability and current liability. Total of this, all the three, 5,70,000. It is a total of liability. Now asset. First one, non-current asset. A, fixed asset 1, tangible, land and building 2,28,000. Second, intangible, software 1,20,000. 2,28,000 plus 1,20,000, then we get 3,48,000. Now second one, current assets. A. Inventory closing stock 42,000. B. Trade receivables debtors 1,80,000. 42,000 plus 1,80,000, outer column 2,22,000. Total 5,70,000. So here total of liability and total of asset is equal. This way our sum is over. Now question number 10. Question 10. Following is the trial balance of Parth Limited as on 31st March 2017. Sales credit balance 11,25,000. Employee benefit expense always debit 1,95,000. Inventories expense 1,65,000. Finance cost 26,250. It is a expense. Security premium 60,000. Fixed asset, it is a income. Fixed asset tangible 12 lakh, asset always debit. Trade payable 90,000. Equity share capital credit 7,50,000. Trade receivable debit 60,000. Other income credit 30,000. Long term borrowing, it is also credit 5,25,000. Cash and bank balance 90,000. Debit balance depreciation 33,750 is a debit. Cost of goods sold 6 lakh. And non-current investment 2,10,000. So this way 25,80,000 total of both. From the above information, prepared final account of a company for the year ended on 31st March 2017 as per Schedule 3 of Company Act 2013. Not to the account are not required. Now first answer part. Statement of a profit and loss of a Parth Limited for the year ended on 31st March 2017. Particular note number, amount and amount. First of all, revenue from operation means sales 11,25,000. Second, other income 30,000. 11,25,000 plus 30,000, then we get 11,55,000. Total revenue plus 1 plus 2. Fourth one, expenses. Cost of goods sold 6 lakh. Employee benefit expenses 1,95,000. Finance cost 26,250. Depreciation 33,750. And other expenses not given. Total all the expenses 8,55,000. Fourth one, profit before tax. 11,55,000 minus 8,55,000, then we get 3 lakh, and it is profit before tax 3 minus 4. Sixth one, provision for tax, it is not given. And so seventh one, net profit transfer to balance sheet 3 lakh. Now balance sheet of a Parth Limited as on 31st March 2017. First, equity and liabilities. First, shareholders fund. Share capital, equity share capital 7,50,000. B. Reserve and surplus, security premium plus net profit 3,60,000. 7,50,000 plus 3,60,000, 11,10,000. Second, non-current liability. A. Long-term borrowing 5,25,000. Outer column we write 5,25,000. Third, current liability. A. Trade payable 90,000 and B. Short-term provision, it is not given. So outer column 90,000. 11,10,000 plus 5,25,000 plus 90,000. Shareholders fund, non-current liability and current liability. Then total 17,25,000. Liability side total 17,25,000. Now asset side. Asset side we have to write first non-current asset. A. Fixed asset, tangible, and it is a 12 lakh. B. Non-current investment 2,10,000. 12 lakh plus 2,10,000. It is a 14,10,000. And second one, current assets. B. Inventories 1,65,000. C. Trade receivables 60,000. D. Cash and cash equivalent, cash and bank balance 90,000. 1,65,000 plus 60,000 plus 90,000 is equal to 3,15,000. Now 14,10,000 plus 3,15,000, then we get total 17,25,000, and it is the total of asset side. So this way our chapter number 3 is over. All the exercise, all the questions we completed. up to question number 10. And this way our chapter 3 is also over. Thank you very much.